Hello and welcome to a very special episode of Cars and Engineering. In this episode, which is the 1000 subscriber episode, I'll be going to the Diddley Squat Farm Shop. There's not going to be a lot of talking in it, but I couldn't do a lot of pieces to camera really. There was quite a few people around and there was actually quite a few vloggers there, so there was quite a lot of background noise. Anyway, saw quite a few cars, saw the actual farm shop itself. I think Jeremy was in Croatia, so didn't see any Clarkson. But I also went to Blenheim Palace and there was a car show on called Salon Privé, or Privé, something like that. It's French. So yeah, saw that as well. Got a good amount of footage from quite a few rare cars, and that's it really. So hopefully you enjoy. Make sure you sub and enjoy watching. Now, as you first arrive to Clarkson's farm, he's made a massive car park, as you can see here, so that people don't actually get stuck in the mud. It was quite a long walk. We got there about 8:30, 8:45 in the morning, and the queue was fairly big. There was probably about 15-20 people in it, but that still took us at least 2 hours to get into the actual shop itself, because it's so small. But yeah, this is just literally the walk up to the actual shop itself. You can just sort of see the sign in the middle of the screen. Now, if you look very carefully, you're about to see a Koenigsegg nearly take a bumper off. and another one. Now this is where you get the cow juice from, which is obviously milk. I'm not sure if this is 24 hours, but this is basically you sort of go and get a bottle. There was some plastic ones to the left hand side, but you can buy glass ones inside the shops, and the Diddley's got a farm shop. Or it says cow juice on it as well. Right, so this is the entrance to the shop. There's two doors, this is the one on the left, there's one on the right. But as you can see, it's not very big. As you can probably also see on the Amazon Prime TV series, it's not a massive place, and I think he's addressing that because recently he announced to Chip and Norton residents that the lamb shed, which is just next door, you can sit there and have a nice sort of sausage sandwich in there or a sausage roll. That's going to turn into a restaurant of sorts, and I think there's possibly plans to actually extend the shop itself to make it bigger. Right, so as you can see, we've been waiting quite a while to go into the shop. That's because there was a 2-household limit. Obviously there's 2 people, there was 2 households in there at the time. We had to wait for one to leave before we could go in, hence why the queue was probably like 2 or 3 hours long. Again, it's because it's a small shop, but as soon as one left, which you'll see in a minute, we get to go in. Right, so here's some of the bread that was made using wheat on the show, or flour on the show. It was said in one little sign beforehand. But they had all some produce from like local shops here, like sausages and bacon, there was lots of cooked rice and like that. A little sort of cool section. They'd also some milk. I think they also had cheese in there as well. And then you sort of get to the dry stuff over the right hand side. This is some steak seasoning that I bought. Used it at the campsite on that evening. It was very nice. It's very fiery, and if I remember correctly, it was like £6 or £7, which is quite dear for what it is. But it's Clarkson's farm, so I'm assuming he can get away with it. Right, unfortunately we did ask, and they didn't actually have any candles, the ones that apparently smell like Clarkson's bollocks. But but we've been informed that they actually taste, or they smell, hopefully, like mahogany. The girl on the counter, which you'll see in a minute, she said that there weren't any in stock, but if you try online, that's probably your best bet. And we did about an hour later, and we actually managed to secure some. Now, going over to the actual right hand side of the shop, just as you first walk in, there's all the merchandise, all the hats, all the t-shirts, all the bags and the aprons and everything. This is also the stuff that a little pop-up outside, you can just see it from the door on the left hand side. That's where that's sold as well. Obviously, if you don't want any produce, you can go at the front and just buy a t-shirt. I think the queue by the time we left was about an hour and a half, 2 hours just for a t-shirt. So if you do plan on visiting, get there for like 8:15 in the morning, even if you have to wait till like 9:30 to get like actually in the shop or the shop to open. It's better than waiting 2 or 3 hours in the queue, just slowly sort of trudging along. And this is what I mean by the queue. This is purely for like aprons and t-shirts, and I even think they're sending some honey. But the queue is just wild. There's so many people. You can see how big the car park is. But if you go around the back, which we're going now, it's the lambing shed, which obviously you saw on the show as well. It's now sort of like a pop-up sort of restaurant-y sort of thing. It's like there's like burgers and there's things like that. Unfortunately, Clarkson wasn't there today. Neither was the Lamborghini, or the Lamborghini tractor. There were some Lambos there, but not the one that everyone wanted to see. But yeah, you can see they've got like beer, things like that. And then if you look in the background, they've got the Jeep Wrangler from the Columbia special, I believe it was. The one that Clarkson took up a volcano, I believe. Now, if you manage to find a gap in between the kids jumping over the car, you can actually jump in it and sort of sit, obviously where Clarkson was. It is a little bit cramped. I'm about 5'10", and obviously Clarkson's a lot taller than that, so I can only imagine it would have been quite a cramped journey in there. But it was a very, very big climb up. And obviously you can see it's a very dusty, dirty environment. You can see all the cables as well in the passenger footwell, where all the camera equipment would have popped in. But yeah, it was a very strange sensation. Now, I did try searching the car park for some interesting cars, but by the time we got out, it was gone 12:30 and nearly 1 o'clock in the afternoon. So, a lot of the interesting cars were gone. There was one or two, but literally as we were walking back to our car, they were gone. They were literally on their way out the door.
I'll be there. I'll put it this way. I'll be there. Call it 6:45, close to 11. Not a problem. All right. Hey, looking forward to it. I'll see you tomorrow. Cheers. Bye.
So the gear stick.
Have you had it a long time?
I've had the car for 4 weeks, but it's been big. You know, that gear stick without water. There are two sensors. You can actually pull it in.
I said it already. Yeah, but not please. Can't do that. Why is this one? I just want
I am Victoria. You're having a lovely day. I'm surrounded by
And finally, I want to say a big thank you to everyone that got me to 1,000 subscribers. This is a massive milestone for the channel, which means now we can actually monetize this content and therefore create better content for your eyeballs. So Again, thank you very much for watching this far. Thank you very much for 1,000 subs. Hopefully you are subbed if you're not subbed. Thank you very much for watching. Take care and look forward to the rest to come.